Catwoman has always been an intriguing fan favorite Batman character. Her simple gimmick, slightly flirtatious personality, and anti hero behaviors make her really cool. And earlier this year, we got The Batman, with her as one of the major characters. That wasn't really my favorite version of the character, to be honest, but luckily we got another Catwoman film later in the year. Catwoman Hunted, directed by Shinsuke Terasawa, is a direct-to-video movie about Catwoman in an anime-inspired art style that follows Selena Kyle as her stealing a priceless jewel leads to her getting involved with a worldwide criminal mafia called Leviathan, as well as Batwoman, who's trying to hunt them down. And it's pretty good, so let's talk about it. The movie starts off with a really cool intro credit sequence. It has a really nice art style that looks like a series of colored pencil or charcoal drawings. It is also accompanied by some really good jazz music. These fluid and stylistic animations depict Catwoman traveling around with images of Europe, and then we see women being captured. Catwoman is sneaking around, taking out bad people and releasing the women. She leads them to freedom and takes out more criminals, with the crowd cheering. This is such a cool opening scene telling its own story that absolutely has nothing to do with the plot. However, we'll come back to this later. We then cut to the actual movie, and as cool as the opening's art style is, I kinda like the movie's art style more. The intro scene, as well as the outside scenes in China and France, are cool night cityscapes with fun, colorful lights. I also really like the design of Catwoman a lot, even if the other character designs are kind of either the exact way they are in other media like Batwoman, or just regular anime style designs like the big strong guy who works for Minerva. As someone who watches barely any anime, this movie's art style is kinda cool with just the right amount of Western and Japanese styles for me. Kinda reminds me of Avatar. The Masquerade Party introduces Barbara Minerva, the main antagonist, and mentions something about an incident in Sochi. This is before showing Catwoman's heist to steal the Cat's Eye Emerald, which is probably the best scene of the movie, which doesn't mean the rest of the movie is bad. Heist scenes are always really fun, and Catwoman is the type of character to pull them off so easily while still leaving enough suspense, as she is just taking down guards and diving through laser sensors. The ensuing car chase is also really good, although I need to question why Selena revealed her true identity to a dangerous criminal like Minerva. Also, a good amount of her lines come off as pretty cheesy, a problem that persists for the rest of the film, and for other characters, mostly the villain's goons. The chase ends, and Selena nearly escapes before she is stopped by Batwoman, who captures the cat and reveals how the emerald is tracking Minerva to the criminal organization Leviathan. Catwoman agrees to help her and the police in exchange for her criminal record being cleared. The police characters are whatever, but I liked Batwoman, especially in her interactions with Selena. Their first interaction on the airplane when Selena regains consciousness and the scene in Paris where they are fighting the assassins are really entertaining, similar to Catwoman and Batman in other incarnations. I also find it funny how when Bats tells Cat to stop being so flirty, she actually listens and there's almost no flirtation for the rest of the movie. Honestly, I was starting to get annoyed with it around this time, so that's good. Then they come to Shanghai for the actual mission of infiltrating Leviathan, which is full of a bunch of things that contribute to me not really liking anime that much. The beginning fight against Cheshire is cool, I really liked her design, but once Batwoman and Nosferatu come in, I don't like it as much, mostly due to the dialogue. And then when they fall into the meeting of the Leviathan members, they all break out random powers, like the guy with the mech suits, the sorceress lady, even Catwoman fighting so well with a ninja sword. These all feel out of place amidst the decently grounded heist/espionage story. Just kinda odd throughout, you know? But then we get to Paris. Catwoman is now free, just having stolen a new gem and saying how every little bit goes to help a group of girls. Remember this. Anyway, Batwoman pops back in to help fight off a bunch of assassins sent by Minerva. As I said, this is a really fun scene with a competition between the two for who can take down more, with a bit of banter thrown in. Then Solomon Grundy is dropped on them, which is kinda sent in out of nowhere, and he drags a bit for me, but then the final boss comes when Minerva reveals herself as Cheetah. Kinda came out of nowhere, but I didn't hate this. The monster chasing Catwoman through a construction site feels like something out of an Alien movie, and their confrontation leads them to a crane, where Catwoman says,
Your little problem in Sochi? That was me.
Yes. Remember me raving about the intro credit scene? This scene was actually Catwoman saving people from Leviathan's human trafficking operation and mentioning, quote, helping other girls at the beginning of the Paris segment is her continuing to help them get back on their feet. So this whole time, Catwoman was truly being an anti hero instead of just a jewel thief. This shows one of the best parts of her character, the fact that she does have a heart and will do the right thing when she feels like it. And then she traps Cheetah and is saved by Batwoman before striking out on her own again. There's even a bit of sequel setup with Talia al Ghul leading Leviathan. So, in conclusion, yeah, it's a pretty good movie. It excels where the titular character excels with the heist and espionage scenes, as well as some of the confrontations between heroes and villains, with an amazing score and great animation. However, I'm not the biggest fan of the script, and the actual antagonists are kind of all over the place. And while I did compliment the intro credit scene, it was the type of thing that not everyone can get on their first viewing, and thus making the ending feel like it came out of nowhere a bit. Also, with a title like Catwoman Hunted, it never really felt like Catwoman was on the run and constantly being chased. I thought it would be something like The Fugitive, where the villains would always be one step behind her. However, I still call this one a 6.5 out of 10. And yeah, I'm really liking reviewing these DC animated projects. I have a couple ideas and requests in the works, but if you'd like to see me review something in particular, let me know in the comments. Also, leave a like and subscribe, it helps me a lot. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.